Hey, Pisces, intuitive soul coach here with your December 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome. This is good for sun, moon, rising, or any strong placements of Pisces in your chart. And it looks like this is a very powerful month for you. There's a lot going on, I see here, Pisces, but there's recognitions and rewards. Some of you could be renewing a certification. I'm getting that here for some of you. Maybe you are in real estate or insurance. There's some sort of certification or renewal that's coming up. I'm also getting here, you have the magic touch. You have the magic touch. So the things that you are working on this month, Pisces, are really magical. They could bring about a lot of success for you in the coming year, 2024. Yeah, because you have healthy competition here. I feel like people are competing over you in a way, competing for your services. And I feel if you have a business where you have, schedules, maybe your books, you're filled up. You have more than enough clients, you have more than enough sales, and that's something that you are heading towards in 2024. So if things have been a little bit rocky for you, or if things have felt like they weren't as fulfilled, maybe even spiritually or emotionally, that's shifting up here because you have the Buddha. This is what you don't see coming. This is all about life purpose. It's more than just money. However, I do see financial growth here for you when it comes to money, but this is spiritual wealth. This is having a job that you love. It's about being a guide or being counseled. Some of you, you're on your divine path, and this could be a spiritually based business, or it's something in alignment with your soul. So you could be shifting careers. A lot of you, you're having major breakthroughs, major aha moments. I'm also seeing the Wheel of Fortune spinning. So there is an increase here in fortune. Now, your first card out is the Frame. And this kind of goes hand in hand with that certification or renewal. For others of you, this could be self-employment, steady income. Maybe this is big accomplishments that you're looking back on and saying, wow, I was able to do that. I was able to get through those situations, or I was able to come out on top where I wasn't quite sure where I would line up here. Some of you are interior designers. You may work from home. This could be a home-oriented business. You may work in the art and design industry as well, creating things. I get that a lot of you are magical creators. And again, you do have that magical touch this month. So you could even be touching up your office space. Maybe you're hanging some new frames, or you are changing up your office decor. You may be moving things around as you enter into the new year. If you have an office space yourself, I feel like there's going to be change. If this is working for, a corporation, this could be an office change or switch. I also see someone in a picture frame. It could be a family. It could be your family where you stick this picture in an office of yours, or you hang it in an area that you work. Okay, there's something about an important picture here I'm getting with the frame. It could also be a loved one who's maybe crossed over. If you're listening to this reading and you have access to a picture frame, look at it, because there's some sort of meaning, message, or you will receive intuitive guidance from maybe the person at the opposite end of that picture, okay? So you have the Heart card here, Pisces. This is your main energy for December 2023. And as we said, this is about you having a job that you love. And look at that. You have counselor and guide showing up twice here in your reading. So some of you are counselors, you're guides, you are spiritual influencers, you help people through your words of wisdom. Even if this isn't a professional career that you have at this point, you certainly could be heading in that direction. For others of you, you may be getting guidance possibly from a professional yourself, a business coach, a mentor, a soul coach, a psychic, an intuitive, a medium, whoever it may be for you. I feel like this may have to do even with financials, because I'm getting a teacher. Like you are either the teacher or you have an important teacher coming into your world, if not already, that supports you. It could be a boss, it could be a family member, or it could literally be a teacher. Some of you maybe you are a teacher yourself or an educator, but I feel like this person is helping you navigate towards a career that you love, helping you grow in your line of work, whatever that may be for you. There's joint finances here. Some of you, there are collaborations, contracts, negotiations, because they are showing me a handshake. For others of you, you may be in a relationship, maybe a marriage where you are able to have additional support and help in order to go off and do what it is that you truly want. Do pay attention to your spending this month. Sometimes we can emotional spend, right? We think about everyone else, especially around the holidays, and we want, our children or our family or those that we love and our friends to be happy. But just watch your checkbook if you are trying to stick to a budget here that could get out of hand. So emotional spending is kind of the heart here. But I am feeling a lot of love around you. People appreciate you, Pisces. They appreciate your work. I'm getting pats on the back, handshakes, job well done. So there's some sort of accomplishment here, I feel, that is going to make you feel really good. And it's not coming from a place of, ego. It's not ego-centered at all. I'm not getting that. This is coming from soul purpose. People see that what it is that you are offering comes from a place of heart and soul, and they're gravitating towards you. Now, in the near future, you have the tree. Pisces, this is about financial growth. This reminds me of the 10 of Pentacles. A lot of you are leaving behind a legacy. You're leaving behind financial abundance even, and this could be even through some sort of life insurance, because some of you are setting that up, or you may be looking into that. Others of you may have been left life insurance from someone who's crossed over, because that's coming in strong here. Now, this is also about family business. You could be in a family-oriented space where everyone takes care of each other. This could be a business that you've passed down, or you will pass down, or maybe your family has, or maybe you work with children, you work with families, especially if you counsel or you help. Some of you could be a family therapist. Maybe you work with children. I'm also sensing here that it's important in the near future. Oh, okay. Some of you could be building an office space, or there's something outdoors where you may be meeting outdoors. This could be an event. I've just seen here golf, like someone golfing. Okay, maybe you live by a golf course, or there could be an event. Maybe you are opening up a business by a golf course. Please take that as it resonates. Now, something is definitely coming to fruition here, coming full circle. And I just get like a cutting of the ribbon or an award, something being offered. You may even win a basket, win some sort of prize as well. So this is really beautiful. Some of you could even have tree in your business. Maybe that's part of a logo, or maybe tree is part of your business name or where you work. Now, again, what you don't see coming is the Buddha here. So a lot of recognition for your soul's purpose. And maybe you do see this coming, because this is also on a deep knowing. So you know already, but maybe what you don't see coming here is that there's a lot of spiritual wealth. There's a lot of acknowledgement and recognition showing up here for you. All right, Pisces, I'm loving where this is going. There's that handshake that we were seeing. Look at that. His hand is extended. He's offering you something here, whether this is a job offer, whether it is a new contract, a negotiation. You could be working with new clients. I'm getting here some new business interaction or contract that's actually going to bring in a lot of abundance for you. And this situation could actually expand where you get more clients, or you get more business, or there's something big that comes out of this. I love it. You may not see this for until maybe the second quarter or so of 2024. Possibly sooner. I'm also getting like a retainer fee, or it could be that you get a chunk of money beforehand and then after. Okay, but you're going to be able to pay bills. You're going to be able to pay bills, and I feel like you have more than enough, because you see here that there's a receipt, and that's interesting. Look at that. It almost looks like a photograph and somebody in the photograph here. So for some of you, this could be your father as well. If some of you had a father that have crossed away, you may have a picture of them. There could be a message here of having enough, bringing you abundance. This could be a gift from the divine for you. But look at that. There's money coming out of the wallet. So I feel like there's money coming in here. You're going to be able to pay things off. Some of you, you could be returning some items as well with the receipt showing up here. You have the competition card, Pisces, and I feel like this is good competition. I mean, look at them. Even though the fight is over, in a sense, it looks like they're both boxers. They realize that it's part of the challenge, part of the fun, part of the game, part of what it is that they do, right? So it's all in good fun here. And Spirit wants to remind you that in this game of life, to not take things so seriously, to have a little bit of fun. And if it feels like there is so much competition out there, or if it feels like someone is trying to pull at you at every angle, I'm getting 5 of Wands energy, it's important to not be so competitive, okay? To work together, to avoid criticism here at all costs, or at least take constructive criticism. If it's projecting criticism that's useless, or if it's degrading, or if it is non-irrelevant, let that go. All right. And lastly, you have entry level. Beautiful. Some of you are teaching young ones. You could be teaching people who aren't as advanced, right? You could be teaching a 70-year-old something, but they may not know about it in the first place. So it's almost like that beginner's mindset, whether you are the one teaching or maybe you are the one that's wanting to learn a little bit more. I feel like it's important for you to keep that open mind. I'm getting Page of Wands, Page of Pentacle energy here for you as well. So let's dive in, Pisces, to your reading and see what is showing up for you in the month of December for career, money, wealth, and abundance. What do we have here, please, for Pisces? We're just going to get all your cards out here first. All right. We're going to do things a little different today. We're going to pull from the deck. Now, right away, you have the King of Swords energy. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. You could have some strong characteristics that lead to, a lot of that logical, analytical thinking at this time. You may be even choosing ethics over emotion. And that's important to do when it comes to career. And let me tell you why. Because if you were a doctor, and let's say you're a brain surgeon, but in your personal life, you had a child that may have had a brain tumor, and maybe you've lost that child. And if you were to constantly be doing your job and you were letting your emotions get in the way of doing your job, you would be a blubbering mess as you are trying to work on a child's brain on the table, right? Because you'd be constantly thinking of, this situation over here. So there is a level of keeping the emotion out of it. It doesn't mean that you're a monster at all. It doesn't, mean that you don't have feelings or emotions, but you're being asked and you're being guided here to, take what you need to and, have a healthy boundary when it comes to your work life and your emotions. So for some of you, perhaps you work in law. You could work in the legal system. I just heard here correctional officer for some of you. Even, if you're a lawyer, for example, Pisces, you can't put your emotion into situations like that because you wouldn't be as effective doing your job. And so that's what I see is happening here. Not that you don't have, again, those emotions, because the heart is centered here, but some of you, you could be shifting out of a job or a situation that doesn't feel good any longer. Maybe it doesn't feel good because it doesn't feel balanced, and you want to choose more of what makes you happy, what feels good. Okay, for some of you as well, with this King of Swords as your overall energy here, this is about you being very clever. This is about you making mature decisions and sharing your knowledge. And I feel for a lot of you, you are sharing. And sometimes you may get emotional about what it is that you share. But I feel like you are coming from a place that's deep. It's knowledgeable. You have the experience, but you also have the intuition. Because the King of Swords, he is intuitive. But however, some of you, there's some deep beliefs that you've had to work through. It may be around money. It may be around a career. Some of you have really had to learn and grow. Look at the books in the background here. So you may have a PhD, you may have, a strong line of education behind you. But I also feel like some of you, you've done all that you could in this line of work. Now you're being guided to either teach it or to shift in a new direction here, because what's crossing your energy is the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins, she doesn't want to waste any of her time on things that aren't going to grow in the physical world. And that's what we said in the very beginning. You have the magic touch. And you can see here that she's holding that coin, and she does have the magic touch here. So you could be shifting out of an environment that's very stoic, is the word that I'm getting, stoic. Okay, so some of you, it's just too much where you're at. There's not a lot of heart and emotion in a situation for you. And you're like, I need to just kind of venture. Something's coming full circle here. Maybe your heart isn't in it as much as it was in the beginning, and you want to find more peaceful abundance, right? You want to find more of what's the next chapter in my life purpose, because there's more than just money. And sometimes that King of Swords, he can get a little bit caught up with the beliefs that this is what I have to do to earn money. And so what you don't see coming is crossing this Queen of Coins, where she's all about resourcefulness. She is all about, the physical pleasures as well, but she can overspend. She can be a little bit flashy with her money. She enjoys the finer things of life. So I feel for you, the challenge could be that emotional spending, but also to open your heart a little bit more and make sure you love what it is that you're doing. Okay, love what it is that you're doing. All right, what's below you? The sun. Beautiful. This is unbridled joy. So some of you had some big events, some big shifts, or some big moments of sunshine here in your world. But I feel like that may have fell flat in a way. So it's like, yes, this was really great, really exciting for the time being, but it was short-lived. Okay, but there's a lot of happiness here. And some of you, whatever is short-lived, or maybe it got cut short, because I'm getting that energy of something being cut short, you could be coming back and revisiting this. You could have went through a period of your life, maybe personally, maybe professionally, that was a little bit challenging for you, and it did get cut short. But I feel like something is coming back around or coming full circle here for you to bring more abundance into your life, because the Sun card is all about abundance. It's about happiness and good health and success. So don't wait for that rug to get pulled out from underneath you. Even if it feels like you're going through a challenge at this time and in whatever area of your career, know that you have the ability at this time to turn that iron into gold, because I am getting that magical touch here. Now, in the recent past, you have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So you've needed to ground yourself, make a decision, stick with some sort of intention, because you may have felt overwhelmed. Maybe you had some choices to make and you were indecisive, but there's a need to focus here in the recent past. I also get that some of you, you've been daydreaming about this abundance, daydreaming about what these next steps look like, but you may have had to kind of get out of the King of Swords for some of you. Okay, and choose maybe even more emotions over ethics, even though that kind of goes against what we said in the very beginning. I am getting, for those of you that feel like your heart's not in it, it's important for you to be emotionally invested. Okay, and maybe in the beginning when I said that doctor scenario, he could have went into, becoming a brain surgeon because of a child who had a tumor and he wanted to help. So for some of you, yes, it started out because your heart was in the right spot. But I feel like something here is shifting where maybe you've lost a little bit of that motivation and now you're heading in a new direction. And 2024 is going to bring about the needed change that you've been wanting, because what's above you here is the Page of Cups. It is in reverse. There's that page that we talked about earlier. It's not the Page of Wands or the Page of Pentacles, but it is a page nonetheless. But this page is all about the heart, and you do have that heart showing up here. So a lot of you, yes, there has been a little bit of lost motivation where you're thinking about new exciting opportunities that open your heart up, that get you back in alignment with what it is that you truly are here to do. And that's why you have the Buddha card. Right? That's why you have spiritual wealth. It's life purpose, counselor, being guided, something that you love here. I feel like you are recognizing that you are ready to take the next step up, especially if you have a new certification or there is a new entry level position or something you're learning. You could be taking it far. I feel like there's longevity in whatever this change is coming in for you, because in the near future, you do have the Hermit. The Hermit showing up in reverse. So this is about you coming out of your shell for some of you, especially if you work from home or if you are a business owner. Excuse me. This could be you speaking up, speaking to more people, connecting to more people. This could be face to face as well. You've done the soul searching. And that's that Buddha card as well. Life purpose, soul searching. Now it's time for you to gather up all of the information, all of the knowledge, all of the spiritual insight that you've accumulated during a little bit of a isolation phase or period of your life, and take everything that you've gained and move into this new direction here, coming out of that, hermit energy. Now, how are you doing? 6 of Wands in the upright. Beautiful. There's a glorious win here, and you are, fist pump in the air. You can see here that there's people in the background. The crowd is going wild. And this kind of goes back to what we said in the very beginning here for you, Pisces, where people acknowledge your gifts, your skill sets. You have what they are looking for. So you may feel at times like you're being offered a lot of different choices here. And this is great, right? It's great at this time, because I will tell you, Pisces, this is it can be a rarity this day and age to be pulled in so many different directions in a good way. But you feel like you're finally coming out on top here. And this is wonderful. 6 of Wands is one of my favorite minor arcanas because it's the card of accomplishment, which we see here. It is the card of achievement, fame, victory, success, recognition, and that all shows up here. Literally, fame also, if you take that R away, what does it spell? Fame. So for some of you, this is being in the spotlight, being in the public eye, being recognized for your skills, your gifts, and your talents. And you're feeling it. This is great. You're feeling it. There could be fortune here upon you. Now, what's showing up is the 10 of coins. And we said that in the beginning of your reading. We said the tree here, it is my 10 of Pentacles, 10 of coins card. And we see it showing up in your environment. So this can be, again, inheritance. It can be leaving behind a legacy. It is showing up in the lower polarity, but that's okay, because it means you have the ability to have lasting security, because what you've been doing as you've been undergoing this hermit energy is you've been taking a look at any underlying stability, whether that's through beliefs, because again, the King of Swords can be deep, knee deep in beliefs. Sometimes they're a little stubborn in their beliefs as well. Excuse me, but I feel like a lot of you are, yes, you're coming full circle and you're realizing what the key is to lasting security, because you have financial growth here. Some of you are stepping out of a family practice or a family business, or again, there is an inheritance here. You may be looking at wills, retirement for some of you. I also get that some of you, you're finally stepping into that phase of retiring, or it's something that's right on the horizon for you. Like I'm talking sooner rather than later, possibly within the next few years. But this is long lasting. It's something that you've earned. A lot of you are ready is what I'm getting here. And it's like you have a couple steps to take yet. There's still a couple of things that maybe you want to accomplish in your career before you hit this next tier, whether that is retirement, whether it's going off on your own, whether it's, traveling the world and being able to do what you love anywhere from anywhere. I'm also getting here, some of you visiting, I'm getting a couple places here. I'm getting Ireland. Ireland is showing up. 10 of coins, Ireland. And then I'm also getting here England. Interesting. Okay, Ireland, England. Someone could also have LAND in their name as well. I mean, please take that as it resonates. Now, in the hopes and fears, there's the Knight of Coins. Patience, right? You hope that you're patient enough for this. But as you are walking this tightrope and you're looking all across the, into the unknown, but you see everything happening, you see all the buildings. Some of you want to leave a city is what I'm getting. Or maybe you want to move closer to maybe a metropolitan area or move out of, one of the two. Or you could be going or visiting a big city for an event, especially if you are in the spotlight, whether this is, LA or Paris or, wherever. I feel like you could be, if you're in the spotlight, you could get a gig in a bigger place. Now, your hope is to have the patience to succeed, and I feel like you absolutely will, and you're already doing a really great job here. Even if it hasn't quite shown up in the financial, physical aspect of it, it will. Because again, you have the Queen of Coins in your energy. Even if it's crossing you, it is in your energy, which means you have the ability to bring in that long-lasting stability. The fear here is unbalanced action. What if I fall off that tightrope on that motorcycle that I'm standing on, trying to balance the coin in one hand? What if I fall flat on my face? And that's a possibility. But then what's going to happen is you get back up and you try again, because that's who you are, Pisces. You're not a quitter. And no matter how many times you fall, you have that fall from grace, you're going to get right back up and you're going to continue moving forward and forward and forward until you get to that point. And it reminds me of a show I just watched on Netflix, Jodie Foster. I forget who the other lady is, but she's the swimmer, and I think it's based on a true story. Again, I forget what the movie is, but she is a swimmer at, 65 years old. She swims from the Keys, Florida Keys, to Cuba, and she tried to do that when she was, I think, 35 years old or so, and she had failed. And now at 65 years old, she says, this is my life purpose. This is what I want to do. I have what it takes. And everybody around her is like, you're crazy. You tried to do this 30 years ago and you couldn't do it. What makes you think you can do it now at 65? And she tries to swim that, that area from the Keys to Cuba. And she fails a few different times. And I don't want to spoiler alert it here for those of you that want to watch it, but, she doesn't give up. We'll just say that. She does not give up. And that's what I feel is important here for you, Pisces, that you do not give up, regardless of how many times you've tried, regardless of how old you are, or what society or people say that you can or cannot do. Don't let any of that be a factor when it comes to your life purpose. Okay? That's why you have the Buddha in your corner. That's why you have this momentum and this energy. All right. And your final outcome here is the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is about movement. It's about much needed change. And how ironic that this is your final outcome, because in that movie that I was just describing, there's sharks below the surface as she's swimming, right? And so for some of you, even though there is like a delusionary or there's things below the surface that threaten to bring you down, as we just discussed, Spirit is protecting you. You are protected. You are guided. You have that, for some of you, again, remember that picture frame. Some of you have loved ones, ancestors who are your biggest cheerleaders. You have a spiritual team that is, standing on the sideline saying, Pisces, you got this. You can do it. You have what it takes. So know that you're moving forward towards much needed change, because I feel in the past there was a little bit of hesitancy, a little bit of reluctant energy to move forward within this change. But You got it here. And Spirit wants you to know that you can do anything you set your mind to. All right, beautiful souls. Let's get a message from the wisdom of the oracle. Wisdom of the oracle. What do we have for Pisces? December. All right, fork in the road, fork in the road. So there is a little bit of a crossroad here for you, some big decisions to make, right? But I feel like you are getting in alignment with what that decision is, because again, there's the Seven of Cups in the recent past. This is you narrowing a few things down. It's card 13, and in tarot, 13 is the Death card, which is about transformations. It's about spiritual growth and a time of, endings, bringing in new beginnings. So no matter how many times, there is resistance, eventually you will be put on that path that's in alignment with your true soul, right? No matter how many times maybe you want to resist it, or the ego says, but no, I want to go that way, right? Sometimes the ego can throw a little bit of a 5-year-old tantrum, part of the human experience. But no matter what that journey is, it doesn't matter how you get there, you're going to get there. There's a time here to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act and owning up to your obligations to make a necessary choice. They just gave me a necessary change, which is your outcome here. So it's a change, it's a choice. They're both kind of in the same, right? You've come as far as you can on this part of your journey, and now you're faced with a choice. Inherent in this choice is the need for change, for evolution, and for a bettering of your circumstances. Narrow it down to just a single question. Who do I need to become, and what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Answer honestly and from the heart. Yeah, there's your heart center here, from the heart. Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is all around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on a direction. 4, the way will be made clear by your intuition, which knows how to steer you towards your well-being, right? So for some of you that still feel a little bit stuck, because sometimes we can get stuck in that belief, right? With the King of Swords here. The King of Swords, don't get me wrong, a very strong, very knowledgeable, very wise, mature, intelligent being, can get, stuck in limiting beliefs because they've always done something a certain way. That's what you're being guided to kind of drop into that heart center and make some new choices, because as they say, you continue doing what you did, you're going to get what you got. And I feel like you want something new here. The protection message: indecision is extremely frustrating, and it can lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. And that kind of goes hand in hand again with that movie, right? Spirit never tires of giving you second chances, even if it's 30 years later, okay? So remember that at this crossroads, at this juncture. All right, Pisces, let's get a few messages from your spirit animals. And at this time, I just ask if you can, take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. A nice big breath in. And I want you to close your eyes and tune into that third eye chakra, the area between the eyebrows and the forehead region. And with another nice big inhale, I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. Perhaps your animal swims deep in the sea. Your animal could be wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. Perhaps your animal has crossed over the rainbow bridge. Maybe they visited through your dreams, or you've crossed their path in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Pisces. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, all you need to do, Pisces, is drop your power animals in the comment section below the video, and I personally will enter you into that giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, some of you may be 58, 68, 37, or 52. And your first animal out here is Wombat Spirit. It says, be at home. Be at home within your own skin, within your own soul. Know and remember that you are a spark of the divine, that there is this interconnectedness in us all. And that's what I was getting with that Six of Wands, where there is a sense of appreciation, of gratitude for you shining your light bright, Pisces. Some of you could also be working from home. Maybe you're spending a little bit more time at home. There is an energy here of shifting up the environment around you. That could be part of this needed change as well. Shifting up your office space or moving things around to make it feel a little bit more homey for you, especially if you spend a lot of time there, which most of us do spend a lot of time in our homes. So make it comfortable to you. I also get here Palo Santo or sage or incense. Someone could be using those items to clear the energy, or because they like the smell. Now you also have Stag Spirit. A lot of signs have received the stag because this is a time where it's important for us to take the lead. And like it says in the fork in the road, and actually look at that. There's a stag in both of these, and it's a white stag at that. So important message here. It's important for you to make the decisions for you, Pisces. Don't let other people make those decisions for you, because then you're going to wind up back in that same spiral, that same energy or that same dynamic where you've already come full circle. You've already learned what you've needed to learn here. There's hitting a glass ceiling. So this is important that you make those decisions for yourself. Not let society, not let some old beliefs, not let, anyone make that for you. You have Lion Spirit. Some of you may have some Leo placements in your chart, or you may be dealing with a Leo, but it says be generous. Be generous of spirit. I also get this energy here that, maybe it's a Leo around you, but some people may be jealous of your success. They may be jealous of your gifts. One thing that I say sometimes is what other people think of you is none of your business. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Don't let their projections or don't let their insecurities or jealousy get the best of you, because it doesn't have anything to do with you. It strikes a chord within them because it's something that they wish they could, integrate more into their own lives, and we can send them love. That's what I do. I love this community, rarely ever get a negative comment, but sometimes there will be someone who's just feeling a little bit blue. What I do is I try to send that unconditional love, support, but sometimes you just need to just cut it out and say, not my monkeys, not my circus, but I'm going to send you love regardless, because I am one. We are one together. Be generous. Be generous. Know when someone is encroaching into your space in an unhealthy way, and know when to cut it out. And lastly, you can't make this up, Pisces. Check out what the message of the scarab beetle is. Magic works through you. And the message in the beginning of your reading was, what? You have the magic touch. What you touch, right? Iron turns into gold. What you touch this month is magical. What you put your energy towards this month is magical. Negotiations, handshakes that we've seen showing up here in your reading. There's something here that's quite magical for you. So know that magic is working through you. What a beautiful ending confirmation to come into your reading and out. That is what I have for you, Pisces. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most, and it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I love. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. for your support, your contributions, and for helping create this intuitive soul community here on YouTube. Again, drop your power animals below to be entered into that free reading giveaway. Thank you so much for your time, your energy, your love, and support. Till next time, Pisces.